Hello everyone, my name is Tanmay Shinde and today we are going to be talking about a topic that is becoming increasingly important in our modern world, the role of industrialization and globalization on ethical and sustainable business practices. Before we get into the topics, let's break down the specifics. Industrialization refers to the shift from an agrarian society to one focused on manufacturing and industry. Globalization, on the other hand, describes the interconnectedness and interdependence of economies around the world. So when we talk about the impact on ethical and sustainable business practices, we're looking at how these major forces have influenced the way companies operate, particularly regarding social responsibility, environmental impact, transparency and accountability. Why is the topic so significant? Well, in a globalized world, businesses have a much wider reach and impact than ever before. Their decisions can have far-reaching consequences, both positive and negative. On the positive side, industrialization has led to advancements in technology, improved efficiency, and higher standard of living for many. Globalization has opened up new markets, fostered collaboration, and driven economic growth. However, these benefits haven't come without downsides. Concerns have arisen about unethical labor practices, environmental degradation, and a lack of transparency in some aspects of globalized businesses. This is where ethical and sustainable business practices come in. We will be exploring the historical aspect of industrialization and globalization and its impact on climate change. So buckle up, since it's a story that started way back in the 1700s. Imagine a world before factories and most things were made by hand. That's the Industrial Revolution. When things started to change, steam engines rose to life, powering machines that churned out goods faster than ever before. It was a period of amazing progress. The steam engines and all the factories that followed needed fuel, lots of it. They burned massive amounts of coal, oil and gas, spewing out a gas called carbon dioxide CO2 into the air. Think of CO2 like a blanket for Earth. It traps heat from the sun, keeping things warm. Here's the problem. The extra heat started to change our planet's climate. We're talking rising temperatures, melting glaciers, and more extreme weather events like floods and droughts. This is what we call a global climate change. Now don't get me wrong, industrialization has brought a lot of good things into this world, but it also set into the motion the adverse effects of climate change. Understanding this connection is important because it helps us to understand how to move forward in a more sustainable manner. The good news, we're not stuck. Today, we're developing cleaner ways to power our world, things like solar and wind energy. By making smarter choices about how we use energy, we can build a future that is both prosperous and sustainable. Today, we will also be comparing two fascinating countries, India and Japan. We'll be diving into how they approach ethics and sustainability in their booming economies. India is on a fast track to become a major industrial player. Their focus, rapid growth to create jobs and improve lives. This is fantastic, but there's a catch. Environmental regulations are still catching up. Pollution can be a big issue. However, India is getting greener with initiatives like waste to health programs for recycling. Ethically, child labor and worker safety are challenges that they're still tackling. Japan's a developed nation with a different approach. They prioritize clean technology so their factories are less polluting. Plus, recycling is a national sport. They have some of the highest rates in the world. When it comes to ethics, Japan boasts strong worker protections, but long working hours are still a concern. Both India and Japan are realizing the importance of sustainability. Look at India's Swachh Bharat Abhiyan or Japan's Cool Japan campaign, which are promoting eco-friendly products. Both of them are taking action. Ethical sourcing and fair trade practices are also gaining traction in both of these countries. Both the countries, India and Japan, show us two sides of the developmental coin. While India prioritizes growth, Japan focuses more on the environmental responsibilities. Both face ethical hurdles. But here's the cool part. By sharing knowledge and collaborating with each other, they can bridge the gap and achieve sustainable and ethical progress with each other. While industrialization and globalization have changed the business game, when they brought economic growth, they also created challenges for people and for our planet. We saw how important ethical practices like fair treatment of workers and sustainable choices are for businesses today. On the brighter side, consumers are demanding change and businesses are listening. By working together, we can build a future where businesses thrive and grow while protecting our planet and its people. Remember, every action counts.